Hey guys, Chris Birch here, Entrepreneur Strategies. We are in the midst of the coronavirus outbreak all over the country, and I've been doing a lot of searching and thinking about where we are financially. So I wanted to share with you some of the strategies that I'm using right now. I'm actually on my way to the bank to make a deposit and to sign paperwork on a brand new line of credit that I was just approved for in the midst of the stock market crash. So let's get to it right now. All right, so we are en route to the bank to pick up the paperwork for a brand new business only credit. So I'll tell you what I ended up doing. Today's Tuesday, March 16th. So yesterday, the stock market had the worst fall in almost 30 years. Since I think it was 1987, the stock market lost almost 3,000 points yesterday. And when I saw this kind of gleaming its head last week, we have a worldwide virus outbreak, we have turmoil in the stock market, and well, actually, let me rewind. So last Wednesday, stock market took its first crash. And then on Thursday, the following day, the Federal Reserve announced that they were going to be introducing a stimulus to the market in the amount of $1.5 trillion, with a T, trillion dollars. The market regained a little bit on Friday, but what I did Friday morning is I called my local branch. I bank at BB&T, so I called my branch manager and told him I wanted to get an increased line of credit in the name of the business. And you know, he kind of asked why, and I was like, well, the market fell out of the sky 2 days ago. Yesterday the Fed announced that they're gonna, in essence, just print money out of thin air, and that's kind of what they do, print money. They're gonna put this into the hands of the bank at an interest rate of between 0% and 0.25%. That's 1/4%. So they're going to let these banks now, most of their lending is based on Wall Street Prime. Prime has not changed and will not change for another week or two. So the banks are going to be able to get this money from the Federal Reserve at 1/4% or 0%, and then loan it back into the marketplace at Prime, which is about 4 1/4, I think, right now. So just look at the spread. These banks are going to be dying to lend. So I put in an application on Friday. It went to underwriting over the weekend, I understand. And here we are, pulling into the bank. I'm gonna go inside. I don't think he wants to be on camera, but I'll ask him. So it's just kind of funny. I put in the application. He calls yesterday and says, yeah, come on through tomorrow, get the paperwork. Underwriting approved it. We got a new line of credit in the name of your business for another $50,000. So let me jump inside and... All right, I'm back. So just leaving BB&T, and didn't take too long. We filled out a couple forms, and here we have it. Brand new business line of credit. So what I'm thinking to do is, with the spread of this virus, I think it's going to be very, very, very detrimental on my fellow business owners, entrepreneurs. I want to do kind of like a live on YouTube on my channel later this afternoon, maybe early evening. I'll figure out a time. But what I'll do is I'll put the link to that video, to that live video. I'll put it in the description now. But I think it's gonna possibly be a long road. So kind of buckle up and plan for probably not seeing customers for quite a while. I mean, just last night, the mayor in DC, as well as the governor in Maryland, closed all seating in restaurants. That means none of the servers are going to be making tips. Bartenders aren't going to be making their salaries or tips. Yes, you can go and do carry out, and yes, you can call in or do a delivery order, but it's really going to start to affect the small business communities first, because that's the, I don't want to say the heartbeat, but that's the bread and butter. That's the local community merchant that is not going to see people. I'm one of them. I mean, who in the world is ordering print items right now? You know, we're on the edge of a financial crisis, which we see in the market, and we also have this global virus that's spreading rapidly. Just in the last 2 days, I think there's like 8 more cases that just showed up in Washington, D.C., where I live. So I'm doing everything I can to reduce or to increase my social distance. Nobody's been at the shop. I instructed everyone, if they didn't want to come, they don't have to come. Most of them use public transportation, and you know, there's no sense in continuing to possibly cross-contaminate if we don't need to. So I'll go live this afternoon. I'll put the link down below. Stay safe, guys. I'm not living in fear. I'm just trying to be smart, because honestly, I don't know the future of our business, and I'm not scared of it, but I think some of you might be a little scared, and I want to kind of share what I know, share what I've been able to do, and how you can actually do it yourself. I mean, they just stimulated this economy, is what they called it, but that means banks are now going to start lending. Their requirements are going to be, I think, a little bit lower, but we'll see. So I'll see you guys later. Don't forget, like the content, subscribe to my channel, and catch you guys later.